Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you. If you're a previous subscriber or you are coming from a previous video you have watched on my channel, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to go over the Centro knitting machine that I purchased. I gotten this off of Temu, and you can also get them on eBay. I believe, I know you can get them on Amazon. And this one, when I purchased it, or when I got it from Temu, I thought this was actually a Centro brand. I keep saying Centro, and that's the name, that's the brand name of this one. You can see Centro here. I thought this one was the same brand as this because the colors, things like that. And I should have researched a little bit more. This one is actually a knockoff brand, I believe, of the Centro. And there's some differences that I've been having with it. And I really wanted this because this is the one that I was most excited about, because I wanted to be able to make some socks. I'm a slipper girl, so I really like the thick, chunky socks and slippers. And I wanted to be able to make socks with this one. And I believe since this one is a knockoff brand, or just a dupe for the 22 needle Centro machine, it's not as good as what the actual Centro brand is. And there's a few differences that I'm having with it. I'll talk about my little modification here in just a moment. But on this Centro machine, the needles on it, the needles that go around, this is a 48 needle machine. And the needles where they pick up the yarn aren't really sharp. Well, I guess they are. But for some reason, whenever I try to use this machine, my yarn constantly snags on it and I drop stitches. And I got some lint on there. And this one, you can see right here, you can see one of the needles, the pins right here. And when I pick up the yarn with it, these keep on snagging my yarn. And the points on these are like really sharp. And I don't know if there's a way that I can possibly fix those. I've thought about taking the machine apart. You can take the screws out of the bottom and then the two screws that are in here. And you are able to take these apart to clean them and things like that, and to oil them. That's one of the things I've learned also, that these have to be maintained and oiled. And I never knew that when I first purchased them. Through my research and through some of the groups on Facebook and watching YouTube videos, I learned that you do have to oil them with a synthetic grease that's safe for plastic. And because sometimes when you're turning them, they can get clunky sounding. And I have oiled this one and taken the large one apart and done all that, because when I got it, it made a lot of noise. So I took it all apart, did all that, fixed this one, and it seems to be working a lot better. But on this one, I'm hoping that I can take it apart and maybe with a fine nail file, maybe just take the sharp point off of the needles on this one. This one was $12. Or $12, $13 on Temu. And I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to use this one a lot. I'm really disappointed. Like I said, I was really happy with this one because I was going to be able to make socks and a few other things with it. You can also make Afghans with baby Afghans with the tubes that they do knit. But okay, so we're going to go ahead and set this one aside. Let me put this one over here out of the way. This one I had to do some modifications to. As you can see, I have it attached to a piece of wood, and you can see that there. I had this, let me turn it sideways so you can see it. So this is a big, thick piece of wood, and it's actually a piece of wood for tabletops, where if you would make a small tabletop with it, or a planter or something like that, a planter stand or something like that. You can get them at Lowe's. And my husband had bought this for me over a year ago when I was starting to do some of the dot painting. And that just was something that didn't work for me. I will be getting back into it eventually. But I had this piece of wood on hand. And it's a pretty heavy piece of wood. When you get your Centro machines, they come with these little clear, I'm not sure where I put them, but they're these little clear suction cups, and they go on the feet down here. You can kind of see the feet, and this little notch in them is where you'd put the suction cups. And on my Temu unboxing video, when I get these, when I got them, I showed you that I had a rough time putting the suction cups on, and from my research, that's something that is common with the Centro machine. But I found that keeping it completely steady and having some weight to it really helped with the quality of knitting that I was producing. And I'm telling you, I don't know how many times I have had probably 2-3 foot of stitching done in a tube section that I've taken it all off the machine, unraveled it, and started again, because I was just not happy with the consistency of the stitches. And I will show you that in just a moment, what I'm talking about. But putting it on this wooden round and being able to take some clamps and clamp this to a table or a TV tray stand, I was able to produce some better stitching. I'm still not set on whether I like it or not. There are definitely some learning curves with it. I've done a lot, but then I have not done a lot with it. There are so many different techniques that you can do with a Centro knitting machine that I've barely scratched the surface of it. So I'm still going to be working on these in the background, and it's taken me away from the channel a little bit longer than I anticipated. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get back into the channel and doing some projects, and I do have another Temu haul coming up. But let me go ahead and set this one aside. And I have the hat. This is the first item that I made, and it turned out okay. But you can see on some of it where there's like, can you see that line right there? The stitching didn't stitch very well right there. And I don't know if maybe my tension was a little bit tighter on that portion. And so where you can see that line, you can see another line here where I've had it creased. And you can see this one here where the line is. And I think that might have been tension issues, where the tension on those was just a little too tight. I'm just not sure. So this was my first piece that I did. And this is just a child's hat. You can, this is for doing a pom-pom on the top, so I can do that part. And it's just a folded rim child's hat. It does fit an adult, but it's small. So there's that one. Overall, for my first project, it was not bad. This was just some scrap yarn that I have, and I thought it was a lilac purple, but it is really coming off as gray. But when you look at it against other colors, it was a really light lilac purple. That is my first project on the knitting machine, and I'm still going to work on it. There's a bubble right there, I think. I'm still going to work on learning it, but it's going to be a little bit slower, bringing some projects and bringing some tutorials on what and what you can do and how to do it with the Centro knitting machines. The YouTube videos on Centro knitting machines are everywhere. They are very super popular, and if you can't find something on my channel, you'll be able to find something in the future by other people. So it's something that I still need to work on and learn, but so far I'm not doing bad. Okay, so what else? I'm still going to be doing the project on the rabbit. I talked about this in a past video where I want to embroider on her ears, and where I purchased the water-soluble film to do the embroidery on her ears, because you have to knock down the faux fur. I have not got to this yet because I want to find the right font, and I think I possibly have, and I'm going to go ahead and show you that now. I have purchased some embroidery designs from Designs by Juju, and I absolutely love her website and the specials she has on designs. And let me flip through here real quick to get to, okay. So I purchased 2 different types of fonts, and I don't know if I'll be using this particular one, but this one is a font that has bees and flowers on the side of it. Let me see if I can get that a little bit closer so you guys can see that. And I'm sorry it is in black and white. I print everything in black and white just to save money on ink cartridges. So there's that one. I don't think I want to use this one because it would just be the first letter and then letters along with it. I don't want every letter to be a B letter because it would, I talk about the B because there's the B on there, to be a B font because it would take up a lot of room. But there is this one, and I thought this would be really cute for maybe doing an alphabet quilt. There's that project. This is the one that I am thinking about using. So this is called a plaid alphabet. And it used to be that if you wanted the plaid look for an alphabet, you would have to use a plaid fabric and do applique. But I saw this advertised on Designs by Juju Facebook page, and it is all stitched out. There's no applique involved in this one. And they come in several different sizes. And I thought this would look really pretty in maybe a blue and yellow stitch. And I would do the stitching, I would just do Texas on the ear and the date on this one. And, oh, you know what? I can't do the date on that one because I did not purchase the numerical font. I just did the alphabetical font on this one. But I purchased these just for that. There's 4 different sizes. There's a 3-inch, a 4-inch, 5-inch, and a 6-inch font on this one. And I think I can get away with doing a 3-inch font on the inside of the ear. I think I can go ahead. I think that will work on here. If not, I will just find another font to do on that. But I got some really fun projects and everything for designs that I purchased. I bought a standard composition notebook cover. These will be quilted covers for the composition notebooks. If you're not familiar with what a composition notebook is, let me grab one here off to the side and let's see. Okay, so these are the composition notebooks like this. And it's a cover, it's a quilted cover for these notebooks. And these are really great to have in your sewing room to keep notes. Journals, I really love them for journals. I have a stack of them. I probably have about 10 of these right now. But I purchased the, set those aside, I purchased the design on how to make quilted standard composition book covers, and I will be doing a project on that. So we got the fonts, we got the covers, I found some really beautiful embroidered floral Easter eggs, but this is such a subtle kind of egg shape that I thought these would be really pretty on the center of quilt blocks, and just to kind of embellish some quilt blocks with that. I also bought some mandala designs, and this is a set of 8 different stitched out, embroidery stitched out mandalas, and these 3 sizes include for a 5x7 hoop, 6x10, and an 8x8. So there's 8 exquisite, bright, and colorful mandala designs, and I'm really excited to work on these. I know that they're going to be time consuming because there are so many details in the stitch out on these. Okay, so one of the ones that I am most excited for are these here. These are machine embroidered dream catchers, and there's 4 in this set, and you can kind of see they're really beautiful. And then I bought set 2 as well, and there's that one. I really like these, and I thought this would be beautiful as a quilt to stitch out all 8 of them and design a quilt around these. I got a couple greeting card. This is just a greeting card, a Christmas card, and then I got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just swirled quilt block designs where each set, I bought 4 different sets, and each swirl set is different. This one's a little bit closer than this one. So there's those. And they're all very similar, but I bought all 4 of them because Designs by Juju, when you go to the website, they will have specials where you can buy, say, 12 designs. What I did is I bought 12 designs for $12. And then I paid the additional amount for the quilted notebook cover. So those are going to be some projects. I will be using these in the future. And let's see, what else? We have move these aside. We have some more embroidery projects coming up where I knew that I was going to be needing some different scissors, so I purchased these scissors actually off of Amazon. And these are the curved scissors for when you're doing your embroidery or your applique. There's a rubber tip on here, so let's see if I can pull that off. Okay, so they're really sharp. They've got a nice point to them, so you can get really nice in there. And they're curved, so when you're doing your embroidery, you don't necessarily have to take your hoop off the machine, and it just lets you get in there to trim the excess fabric away if you're doing applique embroidery. And they're really great for just getting in there and getting the stitches cut closer. So I purchased those, and I can't remember the price of these right offhand. I want to say they were about, I was looking at several different pairs. Some were $12, some were $16. This might have been a $16 pair because I wanted some where the reviews were a little bit higher and better. Some of the $12 scissors that I was looking at, the reviews were not very good, that they were loose, that they didn't cut very well, so and they weren't sharp. So the reviews on this one were really well, and you can see that it's by Mazbot Tools, and they are just applique scissors. So I purchased those. Okay, so I think that is all for now. If you guys have any questions at all, or if you have any suggestions for the Centro knitting machine, please leave a comment down below. Also, you can email me at jsnc18@gmail.com. I have recently learned that my email is all lowercase and not uppercase, that like the JS and the C is on here. I need to make a new stitch out, and we'll have that. But like I said, if you have any questions, you can always email me as well. Okay, the next video coming up will be a Temu haul, and I hope you guys will enjoy that one, and we will see you all soon. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.